Hi again, everyone. This video is going to be a walkthrough of the musculature of the face and a few things to keep in mind when watching the muscle videos. In our lab, we are not going to learn very many of the muscles at all. So there are a lot more muscles on this model than you are going to be responsible for knowing. Some other things to keep in mind when learning the muscles and their functions, we have to keep in mind that when we say moves, we cannot say that the muscle moves the eye or the muscle moves the mouth. We have to be much more specific and tell exactly which type of movement. We could say flex or medially rotate or something like that. We can't just say move because that is not specific enough. And in order to kind of help yourself with what do the muscles do, keep in mind that muscles can only pull. Muscles don't push. So as muscles shorten, as they contract, they pull on whatever they're attached to. So when you're looking at the muscle, try to think in your head, what would happen if this muscle shortened based on everything that it's connected to? So let's go ahead and see which muscles we need to learn on the face model. First, up here, oh, I'm sorry, got the wrong pointer. Up here on the forehead, think back to the baby doll. What was that region called? Or think back to the skull. What was that bone called? This is the frontal region. So this is the frontalis muscle. And if we look at the frontalis muscle, it's attached up here to the top of the skull and then across the front of the forehead. So when it contracts, it wrinkles your forehead, it raises your eyebrows. Next, around each eye, there's a ring of muscle. There's another ring of muscle around the mouth. These rings of muscle both begin with the same word, orbicularis. Orbicularis. So around the eye, we have the orbicularis oculi, and around the mouth, we have the orbicularis oris. So let's look to see, what does the orbicularis oculi do? When it contracts, it's going to close your eye. It moves your eyelids in such a way that your eyelids close. The orbicularis oris, the ring of muscle around your mouth, causes your lips to close. You don't want to say closes your mouth because that could mean a few different things. It closes your lips and it causes them to kind of pucker, almost as though you're going to kiss someone or whistle at someone. So it closes your lips, similar to kissing or whistling. Next, this very long muscle that comes down the side. This has a crazy name. This is called the Sternocleidomastoid. So let's think first about why it's called that. Well, down here on this end, it's going to connect to the sternum and the clavicle. And up here, it connects to the mastoid process right behind the ear. So the sternocleidomastoid. Now, its function is to flex and tilt and rotate your head. So it does quite a bit. It flexes your head, it tilts your head, and it rotates your head. Next, the zygomaticus, the small thin muscle right here. It goes from the zygomatic bone, the cheekbone, down to the corner of the mouth. So the zygomaticus, when it shortens, it pulls, it raises the corner of your mouth, like when you smile. The zygomaticus raises the corners of your mouth as if smiling. And the last muscle that you need to know on this model is this large muscle right here. This is what you feel when you tense your jaw and the back of your cheek starts to feel very firm. That's this muscle contracting. This is called the masseter. And the way that I learned the name for this is when you learn what it does, it elevates, it closes your jaw, it protracts your jaw, and it aids in chewing. So when you chew on something, this is one of the main muscles that you're using. And the real term for chewing is mastication. Mastication. And to me, masseter and mastication, I can hear the relationship between those. So that's how I remembered the name, because the masseter elevates and protracts your jaw as if you are chewing. All right, this was a very short video. There will be other videos for the other muscles, so be sure and check those out.